It's time for Cats Talk Wednesday. Small town and big city joined forces. Vinny Hardy of Lynch, Kentucky, and Terry Brown of Louisville, Kentucky, team up to give you free-flowing, laid-back sports talk. Focus on Kentucky Wildcats, as well as pertinent information in the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into Cats Talk Wednesday. Coming to y'all courtesy of the BS3 Network, live on Cats Talk Wednesday Twitter page, Facebook page, and my YouTube page. TB is having a couple of technical difficulties, not able to hop on right now, but hopefully we can get that squared away in the upcoming shows. One thing we'll definitely talk about when he's on, if everybody follows him on social media, y'all saw that he was at his daughter's field hockey game. So we have to definitely get his thoughts on how that was. At least he didn't have to sweat it because they blew out their opponent. He didn't have to worry about biting his nails and pacing and, having the heart beating because it was a close, tense game and they might potentially lose. It was over pretty early, so he got to just sit back and take in the sights and all that kind of stuff. So congratulations on that. I can't wait to get TB's firsthand accounts of watching his daughter first game as a collegiate player. So that was definitely cool stuff over the weekend. Y'all know when it comes to the transfer portal and sweating how the rosters come together, this ain't the place for that. That's just not how we do. And look, I say it all the time, if worrying about this stuff fixed it, then I would worry. The basketball roster is coming together. Now there was the decommitment of Caden Lewis. So he's no longer on the team. He's deciding to go elsewhere from the DC area. Maybe he goes to Maryland or somewhere close to there. Everybody now is having some angst about Lamar Wilkerson, the dude from Sam Houston State that picked Indiana over Kentucky. The plan was probably for him to come in and be the knockdown shooter, a la Kobe Brea, somewhere along that lines to kind of provide accuracy from deep. And he decided to go to Indiana. So the Hoosiers now have outdueling Kentucky for Wilkerson in addition to the watch shot. So they have those two little pieces of hardware and they have another little something to celebrate. So good for them as far as that goes. The rivalry is renewed with Indiana again for the first time in a long time. So Kentucky will still see Lamar and the Hoosiers towards the end of the year there in December. Towards the end of December before the conference play starts. So they'll cross paths with that young fella again. And, if that's what the Hoosiers want to hold on to and get excited about, okay, good for them. Good for them. Caden Lewis, point guard, is there, it was kind of like, well, it's a crowded backcourt and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is. But the way the roster was constructed, had he stayed, as of now, there were only 3 true point guards coming in. You had, Jalen Lowe from Pittsburgh, Lewis, and Travis Perry. So, yes, Owe, Colin Chandler, maybe Jasper Johnson, guys can slide over and do that like we saw last year. But as far as true point guards on the roster, it really wasn't that crowded to me, Caden. I mean, you still felt like, maybe I should go somewhere else. Maybe you come in and show out and get the upper hand on Jalen Lowe, an experienced guy. He doesn't know the system either. Travis Perry does. You should be confident in yourself to maybe, well, I can go toe to toe with this young fella. He got a year on me, got more experience in the system, got a year in the college weight room. But it kind of came across like he didn't want the smoke of the competition, just like Lamar Wilkerson said, I didn't want to be to go to Kentucky and just be another guy. Well, at least you know that's what it was going to be as you decide to come. So maybe it's better off that you go to Blunt instead of getting down here and realizing, oh, I'm another guy. About being another guy, because that's what you would have been. So anyway, I'm not going to worry about any of it. I can't get all worked up about it. I'll worry. I've said it before. I said it again. If y'all listen, I'm tired of it. Get the Big Blue Madness. You got 7 or 8 players on the roster. Then I'll worry. But you know as well as I do, it's not have a team, build a team, squad, have depth. Really close to having to do everything. Probably will have to do everything, even though everybody knows who's going to be the knockdown shooter. Mark Pope was the before knockdown shooter when he thought he had Lamar Wilkerson. Move on, look for another knockdown shooter elsewhere. Still got some days before the quarter closes. And you didn't learn anything last year. You should have learned how meticulous he is about his process to put together the team. And he's had a full cycle this year, as opposed to coming in late last year and putting together a team that still made to the Sweet 16 with the deficiencies in physicality, athleticism that just let it play out. The title of this episode is just let it play out. Same football, the spring showcase happened. Don't really show a lot in the spring showcase. Not a spring like it used to be. You know, that you got picked up. They were walking wounded last year going into the season, and so the guys banged up. Got to set them back where he got started, so I can see them not wanting to be in the same position again. Now the football portal was opened up. See guys keeping and to get down to 85 scholarships on the track. So there had to be some attrition. There has been attrition. So we'll see how that plays out. It will. So that's slow time as far as stuff happening on the court, on the field. Baseball continuing the battle. Been on the wrong end of a lot of one-run games. They got a one-run victory last night. Miami of Ohio, 4-3. But had tough stretches in conference play last weekend against Texas. It was cool walking them off the sacrifice bunt with Perks going from first so on the home. Got another tough series this weekend coming down here to Knoxville to play the defending champs at their place in Tennessee. So you can start finding ways to finish. You've been in every game. It's not like they've been getting blown out. They're right there. It's just not going their way. Not break or clutch pitch there, hit there. So hopefully they can flip that script. What we've seen these first few series. If you do that, they're still, I think, on the bubble. Last 4 in, according to the projections for the tournament. Start winning the series. You're in the SEC. You're gonna boost your resume right off the bat. So you come in and find a way, no doubt, to go toe to toe. Tennessee take 2. Hey, right there, like the Louisville game, threw it away. Lose that game again by 1 run. It's just kind of been the story of the season. Back to the Auburn series at 8-7. Through the fingers. Hopefully, they can flip the script and start getting some of these W's. There's still time. Hopefully, turn the tide, so to speak. Let's go through that later on. But yeah, at Tennessee this weekend. And condolences to the trainer, that young man's name, that passed tragically too. Let's see, what was his Richie Wells uh, passed in the crash. 26 years old. Saw the pictures that they put out on social media. Uh, he was definitely a big part of the program. Definitely missed. Failed to mention that last week. Definitely want to mention that. Condolences to the family of Richie Wells. In addition to coming up short, having all these tough beats that you have a draft event like this that happens to one of your brothers during the season. Let's just look at those things in perspective. These are just games we talked about. This was the life that was lost. To have that happen on top of what everything else has been going on was just a terrible blow. So, condolences again to family of Richie Wells and everybody in the baseball program, people in the nation as a whole. Flipping to the basketball side, we saw on the women's side one of our own get drafted, Georgia A. Moore. That's the 6th overall first round WNBA draft. She'll be going to the nation's capitals. It's the capital play for Washington Mystics. So, maybe you watched WNBA last year. If you didn't, when you do flip it up and down, pay special attention to the Mystics because Georgia A. Moore is there. If you have a team, you're already familiar. But if you don't have a team, I'm sure there'll be some begin to adopt the Washington Mystics as their WNBA squad because Georgia A. Moore is up there. So, excuse me. She did so many great things in college. Did so many great things at Virginia Tech before she got to Kentucky. Her one season at Kentucky, she was every bit as good as advertised as we had once we started looking in the Virginia Tech was to the Final Four. Ball came down and did every bit of that for Kentucky. I remember 43-point game she had at Oklahoma. Just Oklahoma in everything as far as men's basketball, Oway, Daggers, and then Georgia A. Moore went to Norman and showed out and gave their hearts again. So Oklahoma was kind of getting a dose of what Utah was getting. In the 90s every time they took. Didn't go well. But congratulations to Georgia. Teamed up with Russell Westbrook for her outfit, clothing line. That was cool to see. Russell there supporting Georgia. So that was really great to see all that as well. So it's cool the way it was featured. Kenny Brooks was there, just like Cal was there. So Georgia will probably draw a lot of Kentucky fans to the Washington Mystics, and that will be cool to see as well. NBA playoffs. We've definitely been talking about that a lot, especially TV was on. Lakers are the 3 seed. Our Rockets, as you can see, don't get mad at me for wearing red on this show. We talk about the Cats, but I'm a Rockets fan. This is, y'all know I didn't look supporting my Rockets for them in the playoffs since 2020. So it's been some hard times out here in the cellar of the Western Conference when that struggle was. So the 2 seed, they get home court advantage all the way through the playoffs, unless they run into the OK Thunder. They give us Alexander, who's the NBA scoring champ. Congratulations to him. They're the 1 seed. Rockets to advance to the conference final face the Thunder. That'd be the only time they would not have home court in the Western Conference. got their work cut out for them because they are very young and inexperienced. Outside of their coach, Ime Udoka, who was the coach of the Celtics, took the Celtics to the finals, lost to Warriors a couple years ago. Brandon Fleet, remember him from the state of Wichita State. He was with the Toronto Raptors and won the championship. He's a veteran point guard, has some experience. The Rockets were very young. Jeff Green from Georgetown is pushing 40, been in the league forever. It's another old head on the team, but everybody else is young. Alperen Sengun, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Jabari Greer from Auburn, him down there, Bruce Pearl. Young core, Reed Shepard is there with the Rockets as well. A young nucleus, talented, inexperienced. The playoffs are a different animal. They're going to lean on the coach. They're going to lean on Fred VanVleet. Going to have to keep their head because you know Draymond Green is going to be trying to pull some mess, try to bait him in this technical fouls, shenanigans, foolishness. Try to get up and play that, and get you to lose your cool. Been there and done it 1,000 times. He'll do some tricky, cheap, slick stuff, and then the Rockets react to it. And he's got where he wants to. Focusing on the game, focusing on his nonsense. That's not where you want to be. So you gotta resist the urge to engage with Draymond. Just be young, or athletic, don't have the experiences they have. You just went there and beat them in the regular season for the first time in years. A few days ago, went out to the Bay and won at Golden State. So it's cool to get that monkey out your back. You know you can go in there. You just did it a few days ago. So you kind of got that feather that you can put in your cap. So it's going to be fun. Sunday is game one. The oldest son is a Warriors fan, so we'll be on different sides of it. This is the first time it's happened in quite a while, since back when Houston was good, which was back pre-COVID, back when Chris Paul was there, Jim Harden was there, and they actually had a 3-2 lead on the Warriors and lost game 6 and 7. Chris Paul tore his hamstring, James Harden couldn't throw it in the ocean, standing in a boat, and that's how serious we lost. So this last time the Rockets were really relevant, tending it kind of for fashion. So I'm excited to see them back in playoffs. As always, we come to y'all courtesy of the S3 Network. You can get these episodes on Roku. If you miss them, S3 Network archived episodes on Roku, like our episode with Maddox of Black Bears, Columbo, from West of the Bluegrass. Those are there. Listen to them, watch them on Spotify as well. Spotify, give us a 5-star review. Follow us on Twitter, right now, Facebook, that good stuff. Definitely appreciate it. All this portal stuff, just let it play out. Just be more moving and shaking. Maybe some unexpected stuff. But just, Coach Pope and the staff, they're on it. They're doing their homework. They're doing their due diligence. Just look again at last year's team. And it was the Almanor, and look at the role he played. Look at him against Tennessee in the 2 games regular season. The game in Knoxville. And then in Lexington, where he puts the ball on the floor and says, hey, there's more that I can do to shoot corner threes. But he didn't have that. Scout report, Rick Marks, watch me go to the hoop and get an M1 on y'all. Stuff like that. So they're looking to find somebody that fits. They got ears and eyes. They're looking at it. Much as we're online looking and trying to figure out what we hadn't thought about. You'll very well be given the team and playing a key role, get to the season. So I was worrying about it years ago. fix it. What we do, sometimes not happen. We just panicking about something. It's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Hope everybody enjoys taking the time to listen to us. We definitely appreciate it. Look, and one thing we got looking forward to in the summer, we got the La Familia squad is getting back together. DeAndre Liggins is going to be there. We'll see him play for the first time in a long time. One we had watching Willie, the twins, Stevie, and Nate, and been able to play all the games. They probably get past Ohio State and continue to make the run. He wasn't able to stay, so that kind of done him in against the Buckeyes. But look, it's fun to see guys from a few years come back, and it'll be that time before we know it. We're in the summertime now. Looking forward to basketball again. Looking forward to football, but have that little bit of La Familia tournament that's coming. Got baseball and tennis. Been on this tennis going right now. Volleyball will be going soon. Flies. I'm not to worry. It's gonna be all right. We enjoy doing this show. We enjoy y'all taking time to check us out. We'll be back next week. It's a little quick show. The TV had technical difficulties. Fun getting insights as always. We'll be back with guests. Sometimes it's just two of us. Sometimes it's solo like we do right now. But we always enjoy this. Enjoy y'all taking it. Just check us out. BS3 Network. It's been an episode of Cats Talk Wednesday. A quick one. See y'all next week on Cats for TV. This is Vinny.